Shavua Tov, Gute Woche. I want to tell story number 89 of the Shivchei of Shem Tov, which is the oldest anthology of Baal Shem Tov stories written by Rav Dov Ber of Linitz. The title of story number 89 is Tikkun Nitzotzos Kedusha B'Shnei Melamdim. A Tikkun is a correction, a fixing, a rectification, right, of the sparks of holiness into Melamdim, into Jewish children of teachers. Melamdim are teachers of children. The idea of these sparks of holiness is that when Hashem created the world, some concept in Kabbalah, these kalim, these utensils were broken, and these sparks of holiness fell throughout the world, and there is a sense of redeeming them, fixing and redeeming them and elevating them. One aspect of this redemption is when we eat kosher food, and Jews eat kosher food with a proper bracha, proper blessing recited over them, and we dedicate this food to Hashem. Then, as we are nurturing ourselves, we are redeeming the sparks in the food and in ourselves. Another part is that the tzaddikim have to do when there is a really tough job. The tzaddikim come and they take care of that. And so is the story. Says Rav Dober of Linitz, I heard from Rav Yaakov, the head of the Besdin of the community of the Kehila Kedosha of Smila, who heard it from his father, Rav Meir Harif of blessed memory. And I think I've mentioned his name in a story before, Rav Meir the Sharp. It's called Harif the Sharp. Once the Baal Shem Tov was traveling or went to the community of the Rav of the Holy Community of Polnoi. That is Rav Yaakov Yosef, the Baal Toldois, who eventually would be the Rav of Polnoi. However, says Rav Dover, I am in doubt whether this story happened when the Baal Toldos, when Rav Yaakov Yosef was the Rav of the Holy Community of Nemerov, or was he the Rav of the Holy Community of Sharigrot. So this is prior to his going to Polnoi, in one of these two communities where he served as a Rav before. Okay. The Baal Shem Tov came for a few days to him. He came a few days before Shabbos, and he refused to eat during those days. He would not eat. Remember, it was the Baal Shem Tov who told Rav Yaakov Yosef not to do his lengthy fasts. Now the Baal Shem Tov comes to him and he's not eating. And Rav Yaakov Yosef, the Baal Toldois, he wants the Baal Shem Tov to eat, wants to convince him to eat. What's going on? The Baal Shem Tov said, may the Rav exempt me from eating, but in this place there are nitzotzim gedolim. They are big sparks of holiness that they require a special tikkun. They require tikkun, and there is a big danger in this thing. When these nitzotzim are not repaired, the tikkun is not done in them, they kill the person. They can kill a person. Now, I don't understand this part. Let's continue with the story. So, says the Baal Shem Tov, for this reason, I am not eating. There is a source in Keter Shem Tov, Siman 194, for those who want to look at it. I'm not going to go into it. I already explained about the sparks. So, in Erev Shabbos, in the morning, Erev Shabbos means Friday, right? Erev, the day before. Friday morning, the Baal Shem Tov ordered that he should be served food. And after he ate, he called Rav Yaakov Yosef for a yichidus, for a private meeting, and told him, you should know that it was revealed to me from heaven that in a village around this one of the villages around this city, there are two Melamdim, two children's teachers, that they have part in these nitzotzes, in these sparks that need to be metaken, they need to be fixed, elevated. Now, it was made from heaven for them to believe, like as if they were sick. The reason why they need to believe they're sick is so they would come looking for refuah, for treatment in the city. Have your servant, Mesharet, right, the person who serves you, come and meet them at the entrance of the city and send them to me and convince them that they should go to mikvah. Have Rahmanos, have pity on them. Don't show them any special honor. So says the Baal Shem Tov now. And may your highness, the Baal Shem Tov speaks in a very high way to this Rav, advise them to come for refuah with me, with the Baal Shem Tov, and talk to their heart. And because they are sick and they feel they're sick, they maybe not want to go to mikvah, convince them, tell them that I want them to come to me in a state of purity, so they should go to mikvah prior to coming, to go to dip in the mikvah waters prior to coming to see the tzaddik, as is the custom, especially among Hasidim. And prepare for them like a shirt and a kaftines. I guess it's a kaftan, like the special, Shabbos clothing, Shabbos overcoat, because they are very poor and they are going to go eat in the houses of the balabatim, of the heads of the households here in the community. So I guess that they should not be embarrassed, right? Rather than in your house. So the Baal Shem Tov is telling him what's going to happen and how to prepare for them. And when they come to the Beis Medrash, when they come to the house of study, even if I am in the middle of Shmone Esrei, I'm in the mid, I'm the most deep of the prayers, somebody should come and just tell to my ear that they are here. And so it was done. After they ate, they came to the house of the Rav, and they didn't even give them a small cup of dvash, of honey. And it means, dvash is the translated, I guess in Yiddish, the main med. Med in Yiddish is a liquor made from honey, fermented honey and water. I don't know how they ferment it, but whatever, this liquid, this liquor, and people make lechaim on it. They didn't give it to them. And in the morning, also, they were not served even one little bit of that liquor. By Seuda Shlishis, by the third meal of Shabbos, Shalishidis, right, Seuda Shlishit, they ate, and then they gave them the devash, they gave them the liquor to make lechaim on. After Havdalah, the Baal Shem Tov was full of happiness, of simcha. Something great had happened. And he brought his lulke, his pipe, his smoking pipe, and went to a small room, went into there, and the Rav Yaakov Yosef wanted to come after him, and the Melamdim came, the two teachers, and they asked that they want to go into the Baal Shem Tov. So Rav Yaakov Yosef said to them, come with me, and they went together with the Rav. The Baal Shem Tov said to the Rav, they do not need any healing, meaning the reason that they think they came, they're not sick, they don't need the healing. The shirts and the kaftan that you gave them should be a gift for them, and they should go in peace home. The Melamdim had no idea of the reason why the Baal Shem Tov had brought them to do the Tikkun on their nitzotzos, on the sparks of holiness. The story seems uninteresting, except for the detail that has been told here, that it was about the redeeming of the sparks. The Melamdim go to a place, they go to see this, look for a hill, and they go to a tzaddik. They spend Shabbos in a place, they give them these gifts. They don't make lechaim until the last meal of Shabbos. They finally come to see the tzaddik, and they're not sick. And they go home. And they keep the gifts they were given, the clothing. They don't understand what's going on. The whole thing was for the Baal Shem Tov to redeem their sparks. And this is a theme that will come in other stories in the weeks to come. Shavua Tov, a good Tevoch.